Hello, what's up you guys? It's Justin here from Up North Motorsports bringing you another YouTube video. So today is kind of a different vehicle for this one. It's my wife's 2012 Chevy Malibu. So we're just going to be changing the brake pads on this, just to help with the braking and stuff like this. It's long overdue on her car, so alrighty, let's get started. Okay, so on the Malibu, so we're just doing the rears today kind of thing. So the first thing you obviously want to do is jack the car up, take off the tire. So if you don't know where the jacking point is on these Malibus, if you look right in this rocker panel, you'll see a little bit of a square cutout in the plastic. So right there you have a piece of metal, that's where you put your jack on. I got a big heavy duty one. You don't need that big, but I bought one so I can use it for the trucks and the cars and stuff like that. So here we go. So we'll jack up the truck, take off the wheel kind of thing. Okay, so I'm just using a 3/4 cell kit. With the impact. If you don't have an impact or socket set, trunk of the car, pop the trunk. Usually with the spare tire there's the hand one you can use to take the tire off, but yeah, so always going in star pattern and stuff like that. That's good. Alrighty, so always have some cover blocks or jack stands set up over there. So just for safety reasons, it's not really going under the car, but it's nice to have. This is the original jack that's found in the vehicle. Obviously it gave out. Luckily I had blocks, didn't get crushed on when it was doing like an oil change or something, so yeah, so safety first, guys. Okay, so first step is to get the caliper taken off. So all you have to do is these two bolts right here where it has the kind of spongy thing on there, just take those off. Those are 14 mil. And once you get those off, this should be able to slide right out kind of thing. Okay, so with those two loosened, just this middle part, you can see it wiggles loose a little bit. Needs a little bit of prying and stuff. This part is if you want to take off the rotor as well and swap it with the rotor. I'm just doing brake pads today, so yeah, so I'll pull that off and then we'll get to the brake pads. Okay, so there we go. There's your brake pads. Just gotta take those off with like a screwdriver or something. Might be able to wiggle them loose if they're pretty loose, but yeah, we'll go take those off. Okay, so once you got the brake pads off, so you can take off this thing if you want to replace the rotor as well. Just gotta take off that little locky thing. Yeah, like I said, I'm just doing the brake pads, but once you got those off, you can just pop these little tabs things off. Here we got it clean there. And then just put the new ones on, same way. There we go, and then I'll hit it there once I got free hand. Same with the bottom one. Okay, so there we go, and then new brake pads. Curve obviously follows the curve of the rotor. The one with this thing goes on the inside, so there we go. Just slide them in place. There we go. So right up tight against the rotor. And then we just gotta put the caliper back on, but there's a little fancy tool I'll show you here in a second. This little tool I picked up for like 13 bucks from Canadian Tire. So what you want to do is just put it in there. As you can see, the tabs fit in there. Turn it righty tighty so that the caliper compresses. Then you should be able to put it over the brake pads. Obviously you're going to have to turn it a little bit because these brake pads have a lot more on them than the ones we just took off. So there you go, and then just tighten the bolts and then you're good to go. Put the wheel back on, take it for a spin. Okay, as mentioned, I did have to tighten mine ways. And so when you're putting these bolts back in, if you find this thing spinning, 19 mil will fit right over that thing. So there we go. Okay, so obviously not a mechanic, just doing this for fun, kind of like my little hobby. Definitely not a mechanic, just to have a commerce degree and stuff like that. So, but if you did like this video, please hit that like and subscribe button. It means a lot. Leave some comments if you got any tips or anything like that for me. And yeah, so I'll be bringing some Colorado shortly once the parts come in. Obviously it's a little bit dirty because we've been getting lots of snow and using it as a daily driver and stuff like that. And then also this weekend I'll be trying out the backcountry Renegade again. Hopefully the lakes are more frozen so we can go across them and stuff. A little bit more trails and stuff like that, so yeah. Alrighty, leave some comments if you have any tips or anything like that, or anything else you want to see. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.